In the dimly lit hallway, papers fluttered on the walls like anxious butterflies. Seth scanned the array of flyers, unsettled by the constant change and the weight of solitude that followed him like a shadow. Then a glimmer of hope emerged: the Tilwick Ghost Hunting Club. His heart quickened, sensing an adventure waiting just beneath the surface of mundane existence. "Name's Derek," club leader, a bespectacled boy, declared, smirking with a mixture of pride and mischief. He gestured toward a short-haired girl beside him. "This is Ada, second in command." "Sup," Ada muttered, her voice a soft breeze, yet her eyes sparkled with mischief and secrets. "I'm Seth." He felt the thrill of camaraderie ignite as he introduced himself, officially binding himself to this band of intrepid souls. Derek and Ada had been unearthing plans for an expedition, whispering of an abandoned house drenched in dark history and vengeful spirits. The air crackled with promise as they assembled their gear. Armed with a spirit box that looked more toy than tool and a trove of ghost stories, they marched into the night's embrace, each step filled with trepidation. As twilight draped its velvet cloak over Tilwick, they tiptoed toward the haunted threshold. Ada, master of locks, flicked open the door with a hairpin, like a sorceress unlocking a realm of shadows. Inside, the tension was palpable. Derek spread out his gear, while Ada set candles ablaze, illuminating their fate. Each flickering flame breathed life into the haunting atmosphere of the house. With trembling fingers, they hovered over the Ouija board's planchette, a bridge between worlds. "Are there any spirits in the room with us?" Ada's voice sliced through the silence, but the darkness remained unyielding. Derek leaned in, his bravado simmering. "Allow me." He began again, but before he could finish, the planchette surged forward, devoured by the shadows as the candle flames faltered like frightened fireflies. Seth's heart raced as shadows expanded, consuming their light. The creature from the abyss unleashed its wrath, pouncing on Derek, transforming him into a grotesque tapestry of terror. In a matter of heartbeats, Ada met a similar fate. Her scream a brittle glass shattering into silence as the darkness laughed, an echo of doom. Seth stood frozen, amusement and fear entwined within him. "Good work, kid," the creature rumbled, its voice a chilling breeze in the dark. Seth grinned, his spirit unbroken. "My pleasure." With a hidden map, he plotted their next dark adventure as the creature pointed into the void, guiding them toward uncharted horrors. Transferring schools may carve loneliness into heart, but a devoted ally always lurked beneath his skin, waiting to emerge when shadows danced. The map's edges whispered secrets as Seth traced his finger over the unfamiliar terrain. His heart beat like a war drum, emboldened by the exhilaration of wielding darkness as his wicked companion. "Where to next?" Seth dared to inquire, excitement bubbling like a cauldron, anticipation radiating through the air. The creature grinned, sharp teeth glistening like jagged daggers under a crescent moon. "An old asylum," it growled, the words slithering through the air like smoke. Many souls trapped, eager for release. Seth felt an electric thrill course through him, the thrill of untold stories waiting to be unearthed. As they traversed the abandoned streets, the evening sky morphed into a canvas of bruised purples and deep blues, harboring unseen horrors. Shadows danced, intertwining with the flickering streetlights, playfully teasing their fears. Finally, they reached the asylum, its facade looming like a forgotten giant. Windows, dark and hollow, resembled mournful eyes that peered into the depths of their souls. Seth couldn't suppress his exhilaration. "Let's uncover the truth," he proclaimed, pushing open the creaking door, which protested like a frightened child. A chill spilled into the night, saturating the air with echoes of long-buried history. Inside, oppressive silence blanketed the halls, as if the walls themselves held their breath. The flickering light cast ghostly silhouettes, shadows that seemed to sigh and whisper the secrets of those who had suffered here. They embarked deeper, exploring rooms littered with remnants of anguish, crumbling chairs and faded photographs, each item steeped in the stories of forgotten lives. Seth's spirit soared, ready to bridge the gap between worlds. "Let's set up," he instructed, urgency tinging his voice. The creature shifted eagerly beside him, its posture an unholy blend of anticipation and hunger. Derek's and Ada's gear, now remnants of past bravado, had been transformed in this twisted narrative. With renewed determination, they arranged their equipment in a room that seemed to pulse with despair, the air electric with energy. Candles flickered like desperate wishes in a storm, filling the room with wavering light. "Shall we?" Seth asked, fingers trembling as they clasped the planchette once more. The shadows, hungry and alive, wrapped around them, urging them to summon the spirits trapped in this forsaken sanctuary. "Are there any spirits with us?" Seth felt the weight of expectancy, a drumroll of fate echoing through an ink-black void. Their surroundings twisted as a whisper resonated, a shiver down his spine. The planchette began to glide, slowly spelling out a name, Mary. Each letter breathed life into the room, beckoning shadows to converge, swirling like a storm, ready to unleash chaos. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted as a figure materialized, a wraith draped in despair. Seth's heart raced, part fear and part thrill coursing through him. "We're here to help," he managed to say against the rising tide of dread. In response, Mary's voice, a haunting melody, filled the air. "Release me," it echoed, each word hanging heavy, laden with untold stories, yearning for freedom. The creature's hunger grew palpable, feeding off the tension. Seth took a deep breath, courage igniting within him. "We'll guide you," he declared, securing his grip on the planchette, ensnared in a battle between worlds. "Together, we'll break these chains." As the asylum trembled with echoes of the past, Seth knew he'd crossed a threshold. Shadows danced around him, revealing both darkness and salvation, side by side in a twisted embrace of fate. Seth's heart swelled. Transferring schools was daunting, yet this strange life nestled in chaos felt remarkable. In the dance of shadows and spirits, he discovered where he truly belonged. If you enjoyed the story, like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.